Back at you with another COCORO update. And you might be thinking, why the fuck is COCORO still dumping? Why is it dumping so much? Right? So I'm going to get into the what's and the where's and the why's right now. So yeah, obviously today we've had some big sales, right? We had a 30k sell during whilst I was asleep last night, and then later on in the day we've had a 50k sell. Okay, so people are panicking, people are giving up and capitulating, but I'm still holding. I don't blame you if you do sell. I mean, it's a free market, you can do what you want. I'm not going to be one of these guys that just says, oh no, hold, just because I'm holding it. You know, obviously you can do what you want, but I'm still holding this. It is high risk, obviously. At these market cap levels you can buy. I actually bought a little bit more the other day. Was it yesterday or the day before? I bought a little bit more, about 2.8, 2.9 million. This is high risk stuff, right? You're not going to make a shit ton of money investing in something safe, right? It's just not going to happen. You're not just going to find something safe and then you're just going to put your money into it with a guaranteed 100x. Like, that's just completely unrealistic, right? This right here is realistic because it is risky and it could keep going down. But if everything works out for it and you buy a nice bag of this, you know, you can be a millionaire. So this is pretty much how this shit works. But yeah, so a 2.3 million market cap right now. I'm not buying any more just yet, but if it goes down a little bit more, I'm probably going to buy even more. But yeah, again, as I've said in my previous videos, you know, I'm willing to take the risk on this. If you're not willing to take the risk, then obviously this is probably not for you, right? But yeah, anyway, the main reason for these dumps, right? Obviously, we've got the Man U team against us, right? But the main reason is actually different for the Man U team. Like, the Man U people are annoying, and they're like obviously putting coordinated attacks on us too. But it's actually, a lot of this is coming from the other COCORO, okay? From the other COCORO on base, okay? So a lot of this is coming from them. And speaking of Man U, actually, Man U is number one on trending up here. So Man U actually had a big pump because it got listed on HTX, right? So Man U and COCORO were both on the listings, the vote to list campaign for HTX. So now Man U has got listed. It had a nice pump. So this could happen to COCORO soon as well, right? And being as low as COCORO is right now, it could skyrocket, right? However, HTX will probably not list COCORO right now at this current time. It's going to take some patience, in my belief, because of the current issues that have been going on. So these are the current issues that have been going on. So it all stems from this, right? So you've got the two Nero coins. You've got the CTO and the Cabal Nero, right? This is the CTO lead of Nero, okay? And this guy or this team has basically, especially this guy, the lead guy, he's been pushing the IP, the intellectual property rights that they have of Nero. They've been pushing this onto the other Nero and getting it delisted off of exchanges and stuff like that. So they've done it on Uniswap as well, so you can't see it on Uniswap. They've basically been going out of their way to get the other Nero just completely delisted everywhere, okay? So now the other Nero, this is the other Nero, has completely tanked. It went from over 100 million all the way down to 5 million, okay? So absolutely tanked, okay? So this is what is causing a lot of the panic for COCORO right now, right? Because they think it's going to be the same for COCORO, and it is currently, a lot of that is happening for COCORO, right? So COCORO has been delisted from the front end of Uniswap, although you can still trade it on any DEX aggregator like 1inch or CowSwap or, you know, Maestro, SniperBot on Telegram. There's a lot of ways that you can buy it, right? Or you can buy it on Phantom as well. But yeah, you can't buy it on the Uniswap front end. And so basically the reason this has been happening is because of this stuff going on with Nero right now, okay? Because of all this stuff happening, what is happened because of that is this COCORO, the COCORO on base, the Cabal COCORO, that had a massive pump and dump and stole everybody's money. These guys have been pushing it onto the COCORO that I'm invested in. They've been pushing the IP rights. They've basically been copying what Nero are doing, and they've been doing it as well, right? So this is why COCORO has been delisted from the front end of Uniswap, and also on Etherscan as well, which is pretty crazy, right? And yeah, that's why the price of COCORO has tanked so much, right? It's actually pretty impressive that COCORO is holding up at 2 million, to be honest, because the community is so strong in COCORO. It's got a really good community, right? So if it wasn't for that, this would be completely, it would be completely dead. It would be completely dead. but the community is really strong for this, so it's holding it up pretty good because there's a lot of core holders and core community that are holding and DCAing into it, right? So it won't go below a certain point. I mean, it could go down more, don't get me wrong, it can still go down more, but there is a core community of people that are holding this and DCAing into it, right? So the chances are it's going to stay alive. Even if it does go lower, it's probably going to stay alive, right? It's not just going to completely disappear, in my opinion. But yeah, so that's what's been happening. This COCORO has been pushing their IP rights that they've got on the other COCORO to get delisted and stuff like that, similar to what happened with Nero. And because it happened with Nero, people are panic selling on COCORO over here. People are panic selling and stuff like that, or they're losing belief, they're losing conviction. And also a lot of people aren't going to buy it whilst it's like this, right? So until the issue's resolved, there's not going to be as many buys because a lot of people aren't going to, they're not going to have the confidence to buy whilst this is going on. But if you're a risk taker and you want to take the risk on this, then this is probably a good time to buy. Like, in the low ranges, whilst the fear and all the FUD is going on and all these problems are happening, taking the risk at these and buying at these levels is probably, it could pay off big time, right? It could pay off big time. So I'm probably going to be buying more down here. Slowly though, I'm not going to go all in too fast. I'm going to buy little bits at a time. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It seems to be holding this sort of price level pretty well. But again, we've seen a few whales dumping. So a few whales have been shaken out. But when everything gets sorted out and we reverse and start moving up again, a lot of these people that have panic sold are going to buy back in, right? Because they're going to see it rallying up again. And then they're going to look into it and they're going to be like, oh, it all got fixed. And then they're going to FOMO back into it, right? And then it's going to cause like a massive green candle because everybody just starts FOMOing back in. And then exchanges list it. And then because there's momentum at that point, exchanges will start listing it more. And yeah, that's how we pump to much higher, to new all-time highs, right? It can happen. But yeah, basically about these IP rights stuff. So this here, the COCORO lead has filed for IP rights or trademark rights, same thing. Trademark, it's copyright stuff, so yeah, this is a trademark or copyright rights, IP rights, or whatever you want to call it, to use COCORO, right, as a cryptocurrency trading services, cryptocurrency payment processes. Basically it's the IP rights to use COCORO and this image as a cryptocurrency, right? So this should sort any problems like that out. So this is what is publicly posted. There's probably other things going on behind the scenes, but they're probably not gonna showcase everything publicly. This is just what I can see that's public. There's probably other stuff going on behind the scenes that they're doing that they don't want to reveal publicly, because if they reveal it publicly, then the other COCORO on base and Manu, or to be honest, Manu is probably not even that big of a deal, or maybe they are, I don't know. It's both of them, right? But it's probably more the COCORO on base at this point, to be honest. And yeah, they could see the information, and then they could do something to get in the way of it, basically, or something, right? So yeah, there's probably other things being done in the background as well as this. I know they're getting lawyers and stuff like that involved. So yeah, they're fighting it, right? They're doing people are actively working on this project, basically. So yeah, this Nero is probably not going to come back, in my opinion. The other one's the winner, Nero, and this one maybe it will come back to an extent, I don't know. But the other Nero's obviously the winner here. But I think the COCORO, I think this COCORO on ETH that I'm invested in, obviously, is going to be the winner, right? Because the community is so much better. This is where all the community is. Whereas this one, the COCORO on base, is just a massive pump and dump at the launch, and then everybody sold off. And I'm pretty sure there's literally basically nobody invested into this, because the market cap is 2.3 million, okay, and the liquidity pool is 2 million. So that means it's actually 300k market cap or something. Does it? I don't know, something like that. Basically, most of the market cap is actually in the liquidity pool. So there's not anybody invested into this at all. Is there? No, probably not. So yeah, nobody gives a shit about this one, because the team for this one are a bunch of insiders that are just trying to take your money, right? Whereas this one's a community-based coin, and it's full of a legit bunch of people that are trying to make the coin become successful as a community, right? It's not full of a bunch of insiders that are trying to rob your money. So yeah, that's basically what's going on with COCORO right now. I just thought I'd give a quick update on that. It's I don't know, we're going to go lower, maybe we do, maybe we don't, but I do personally believe that soon enough we're going to find a floor, and a lot of these issues that are happening right now are going to be overcome, and then things should be good from there. That's my thesis, that's what I'm betting on. But yeah, obviously do your own research before making any financial decisions. And yeah, that's it for this one. Drop a like if you found this helpful, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.